All right, guys. Let's cruise into the Sunday morning rednecks.
Along there in case of an emergency, Ken. There. So, back to you. 10-4 is any of VA3RE. Okay.
Contact go.
Mark says that's the alert at the lower side man, huh? Roger, Roger. All right, I had one that about 7 years ago. Yeah, it's been unlocked too. So the clarifier's been unlocked there too. So it's I don't know how wide the swing it is. I never tried that, but it's pretty good. Thank you. Go ahead, there, Ken.
Morning, Ralph. Good to see you coming to Georgia this morning. And George, I'm live now. If you care. Let me see here. I got people texting me and stuff like that. KG4UIQ. Excuse me. Wait a minute, Mark. Yeah, good luck on the other band radio there. And there's no. My wife would never ask me if I'm going to put the radio in the car. If I were to put a radio in her car, she'd have a fit. So, but she does help a lot when I'm going down the road. She's my log keeper when I'm on the road. All right, Charlie, your turn. KG4UIQ.
Anyway, I said here yesterday I wanted to be able to replicate Ford. I took cardboard off the back, put up the old notepad, and I drew out my traces over there and put the leather punches install all the traces out. And that's how I duplicated that Ford there yesterday. I sent you a picture of it. And I just thought this is really interesting concept. I was actually looking for a 6-oil piece of plastic that's a little bit thicker than a sheet of paper. But I had, I don't know what I've done with them. I don't know whether they're in that old pack of it. It's just a piece of plastic film. I was going to throw it out on there and punch down on that because I thought it would do better than the cardboard anyway. But the cardboard's done all right. So I was looking at it anyway. And every one of them is more bigger than what it should be. So we'll probably get some plastic and just the trace on it. Get before we can paint some whips. But yeah,
a new visit.
Something I done there yesterday was use a leather hole punch to punch out the traces and put it on, draw on board. And for the KG4
Whatever it takes, Charlie. Whatever it takes. KD4JOB, Walter. KD4JOB, Walter.
Good morning to Mr. John. We got a dinner today a while ago. Mr. John, and I hear my people here. I ain't too swift this morning. So, I had a good time last night. I did, just walk away from it. It was one night and a million, I guess. So, they were just laying in there like flies in a biscuit. I was having fun. I wanted that Lewis and Clark, so I got it done. I got all that done. I reckon I probably before that morning they will be all right. I get me a little nap. I get all get everything squared away. But he got more out there, so he had to mow the grass this weekend. I was only going to get mowed for a couple of weeks. So when we mowed it, it needed to be mowed, but it, it looks a lot better anyway when they just could. And I want to see if I can go to Walmart just a tad and get on the triple car and ride around. I don't think I'm going to try to walk, so I've done too much. And we'll see how that plays out. I don't know about y'all, but last night I got hungry. I think I eat everything that was in the house. First time I've eaten in 2 weeks. I've actually eaten, so I had no appetite. I made up for it, though. I can't just say it moves. I'm going to get me a board and cut the cabinet, and I'm going to screw that thing down to the board and tear it to move. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Mr. King, and I'm going to take something and walk this thing. KD4JB.
KD4 JOB N4ZD. Another feeling there, Walter. I do. I got a foot thing here. It's pretty heavy, but it'd be nice to put it on a 3x3 foot piece of board there. KQ4M, John.
And for the LED, KQ4M, yeah. I was thinking there, Mark was talking about a TV there. Back in the day, back in the 60s or 70s, when we shirked in there, that was our only communication with the CB. I even had a base station set up at my house there so the wife could call me out on the boat there. And right when it was trucking, you had to have a CB. I mean, you checked in with the shippers and receivers, and you kept track of road conditions, and we found places that you couldn't find. We didn't have GPSs back then. We just had a random route atlas sitting there on the passenger seat. But you couldn't operate without a CB. That was a necessity. I see these truckers on YouTube now. I watch a couple of them there. They don't even have a CB now. Everything's on their cell phone and their GPS or their Google Maps and all that stuff. It's new now. That's something that's gone away now. In the past. N4ZED, KQ4M.
I don't know about that, John. It was a couple of years ago. The wife and I, we were coming back from Texas on 20, and traffic was backed up, and I think that's where we were at. But regardless, wherever we were at, the traffic was backed up, and I had my FT857 in the truck, and I couldn't transmit on it. But I went over there to the CD man and found some truckers that were on there, and they were telling what was going on. There's some kind of accident about so many miles away, and so I decided that I'll get off the road at the next exit. It took me about 20 minutes to get to the next exit, but I did finally get off the expressway. Thanks to the truckers on CB. KC3, BYG, George, your turn.
Check it.
Got you, Jerry.
Got 2 or 3 things going on this morning. But anyway, it's and the Queen's back to was a while ago, started to lift a little bit. I haven't seen any wildlife other than rabbits. I've seen a few rabbits running around. That's plentiful things like here lately. There's quite a few rabbits on there. But I haven't seen any deer this year so far, other than in other properties and all that existed. But usually I see deer in the backyard. But so far this year, I haven't seen any. I just throw out space of corn out there and entice them a little bit and bring them in, let them nibble a little bit, and then I can check them out, see what we got coming through. So maybe that's what I'll do. Keep one of these sizes of them off. Give me 100 pounds back of corn or 50 pounds back of corn. Throw it at that and see whether it comes around. So, all right, Ken, back to you. It was every day, KG3.
Sound like a plan, George. Sound like a plan. I'm mad. I think I told everybody so far Happy Father's Day, but I'm gonna say it to Bucky and Ralph and Jerry. All right, Bucky, your turn. WB3 GDA. Whiskey Bravo 3 Golf Delta Alpha. You there, Bucky? Bucky may have slipped out on us there, Ralph. KG4 UIQ. Happy Father's Day. You what, Ralph?
Charlie told in there, UIQ. He was, oh, wait, good morning, Ken. Happy Patrick's Day. Anyway, good morning to good morning to Bertie. Happy Patrick's Day to everybody. Everybody's doing well this morning. It's sunny outside. I'm going to start rolling around my head out. Keep it down. And then fill up the practice in the backyard. It's sunny outside. And it's great daylight, too. Like 5:40. Anyway, Kim, I ain't got much more to say. You asked about Gary said, well, I keep that 5 to 7. It's the 55, 80. Anything like that. Anyway, Mark, I had one of my cats and had a That's how I've been saying, Mark. It's more difficult. It's more and that's
I know the feeling, Ralph. I do. Morning, Jerry. Happy Father's Day. KL4 UUC.
Good morning, kid. Happy Father's Day to you. N4JED, KL4UUC. I'm sitting here watching the weather. Looks like we might get a shower or two later on this morning. Coming up out of the Gulf. Well, don't look bad. It's just a little rain. And we could always use it. They predicted a 92 yesterday here, and it predicts that again today. But I got to go into Home Depot yesterday. We got home, we got through eating yesterday afternoon. I guess it was around 12:30, 1 o'clock before we ate. And went over to clean up, get everything squared away, and trash compactor, not compactor, the disposal. It went out. The sink was backed up. I had to go into Dothan, buy another one. I paid for one that was in there. I paid $56 for it at Home Depot, and it was about 10 years ago. Yesterday, for the same one, I paid $135. They'll give you a little insight of how our prices are running. But anyway, I got it back now, too wore out to put it in. So later on this morning, I'll go ahead and stick it in. It won't take long. Get that ready so that my girls are coming over for Father's Day, and looking forward to that. Well, not some daughter called me yesterday and telling me, won't know if I wanted brownies or red velvet cake. And I told her I'd just as soon take the red velvet cake. So I guess I got me one of them coming this morning. At least to around lunchtime. So that's my work cut out for me this morning. Whenever I finish in here, I got to go over there and get in that dadgum disposal, get that put back together, and make sure it don't leak anywhere. And for JD, KO4 UUC.
KO4 UUC and the Sunday morning Rednecks. Looks like you got a good day planned there, Jerry. Maybe won't be leaking on you there. Oh, it's the bomb list. Who wants to join the Father's Day edition of Sunday morning Rednecks? Anybody want to join the Rednecks this morning? VA3RE, Mark.
Alrighty, there we go. Yeah. It's quite good morning here, Ken. Ken, good to hear the in here this morning. And the days of when you depended on a CB radio, man, and not a cell phone. Yeah, I can still, my memory's good enough, Ken, to remember those days. Yeah, it was, when I was in the big truck, it was always, it was nice when you broke down near a payphone, one of those things, a payphone where you used to put your change in it there and collect calls, and oh my goodness gracious, none of this other stuff going on. Man, oh man, yeah, those were the days, when you had the CB and you'd tell another driver going the other way to stop and call in for you to get a service truck out to put another tire on your truck. You'd depend on it, and other people would ask you if you had help coming. And those were the days, I tell you, it's quite its world has really turned. That's for sure. Anyway, for years, it was one of the things there, was nice back then. I remember, we got talk about inversion and that, and with the 2 meters, and how we're in the right solar there for being able to talk. The band is a lot better with sunspots the way they are. Yeah, most days anyway. And it was always fun then in the truck there, going down the road there and being able to talk on 10 meters there. 11 meters, I should say, 11 meters. And talk to Europe and stuff like that on regular 40 channel CB. Yeah, that was always a hoot. That was a real hoot. Anyway, good to remember some of those things, Ken. Back to you. And for ZED, VA3RE.
Well, speaking of remembering, Mark, do you remember what your call sign was?
Yep. My the government official was XM 45737.
Oh, well, a lot different than ours were. That was KBA 2618. Oh, that was a long, long time ago. KG4UIQ, Charlie.
We just made one trip yesterday. She said stuff is so high now that she can afford. And I feel looked at it, and I was like, I don't know when I'm flat this 2 weeks. Sounds like, well, apparently things have got out of control. But I don't know how somebody just get on, start wrapping it up on the line. Anyway, that's about all I got. Let me know. And more things for you activities.
Hey, Charlie, there's always fried green tomatoes.
True, very true.
All right, let's get Walter in here again. KD4JOB, Walter.
That noise is terrible. He knows you're off. He made me. I got some big offer. Anybody want it? I'll ship it to you. I don't know how I wound up with that mess, but I was feeding to my dog. That's all. You know, he's got a kid. I look at my kid on circuit for my radio. And y'all want to hear Metatron. He wants $69 so well, brand new one myself. Y'all more. I figured these things are fun to that. It's in Olivia, Virginia. I figured it is. I need information with all you can, but used. I'm sorry. That's all. That's kind of rude. I've been trying to get some of my stuff listed on two orders in for sale, but I took the pictures with the phone, but I can't find the pictures on my phone. They're not downloading to the gallery. And I think somebody has played a little estimate on my phone, and they said my picture somewhere else. Because my phone camera changed colors and don't even work the same as it did. So I think somebody has hijacked my camera. I got to get home to that today. Sometime for those. That's all. Everybody's easy with it.
Okay, Walter, good luck. Maybe it was somebody in the house, grandkid or something, and nobody on the internet. Let me see here. KQ4EM, John.
4ZED, KQ4EM. Yeah, Walter's talking about his pictures on the phone there. The truck I got here, I've been fixing up. I take some pictures of it on my phone, trying to post it on the internet there for sale, and I download them pictures into the computer, and then when I go to find them in the computer, I have trouble finding them. It took me about an hour to download the pictures off my phone into the computer, and then I can't find them. I'm not real tech savvy there. But happy Father's Day to everybody. I'm not sure if I'll be around on the next go around there, Ken. Got a lot to do, and got a neighbor gonna take us out to lunch, one thing and another, and see my sister this morning. So I hope everybody has a blessed day and happy Father's Day to everybody out there. N4ZED
Happy Father's Day, John. A lot of times when you're downloading pictures and uploading stuff, they'll put them in chronological order. So if you took those pictures a week ago, look back a week into your picture files over.
Yeah, Roger. I've had this problem before. I don't think it's the software. I think it's me.
All right, good luck. KC3, BYG, George.
And my little puppy dog finally come in here this morning. She come in here and see what's going on. Play radio with me this morning. But, yeah, Mama took them out a while ago. I just put out her a while ago, I guess. I was started watching a movie on here. I'll be doing my little TV. I got that. I seen it in a rerun, so I set that thing off. There's a lot of reruns. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot to say this morning, but I know I was at where I was working. I seen a raccoon. The boys were bringing the big bins in, the 40-yard bins in from other stations, and they go all across the field. I seen a big old raccoon. He was saying he come up out of the trash can when he stopped at the scale and set up on the rail. And I called on the radio and told him that it had raccoon on that. So he pulled off the scales and stopped for a minute. The raccoon climbed down and hit the ground. Boy, he fought down, but he got off and he went to the weeds. And he was hitting the high ground. So he had a lot the other day. Anyway, M4ZED KC3 BYG.
KC3 BYG and the trash panda over there. Sound good, George. All right, let's try Bucky again. WB3 GDA, Bucky. That's twice for Bucky. I think Bucky leaves out a lot of times. KG4HKI, Ralph.
All right. Made that transmission there. That me a phone. Not in. I missed the damn word of it. Oh, but anyway, the most Gary there. I missed him out there a while ago. Happy Package Day, Gary. And that's good well. 27.85. That frequency stuck in my mind. I don't know why, but that's it was offset from the number of the channel there, but most of the frequency channels find us. But that's off. So that's what something else I would say. Thanks for work. Anybody just want to find it. I do like you do yes. Ken, I do like you also. I'll get out on the road because vehicle. I'll choose that frequency. Like you said, it won't transmit there. I can't listen to see what's going on when traffic gets back up. I can tell you what, I used to back up to 10 miles. I don't know, 110. Get up to 1 o'clock, but they up the iron. Somebody hits the brakes or something, and it just resonates all the way back through the line of traffic. And it takes longer for the next person to get started back up, so you wind up self cross. Anyway, after that part, let's see. Stuff going up. I tell you what, anything that you can imagine or think of is 300% in price. I don't care what it is or where it's at. It's gone up exponentially. Wow, put that 5
all work from. Anyway, golly, I saw Ken. I'm done. I'm sending our KG4HK. I'm at 10-4
Yeah, KG4HK on the Sunday morning Rednecks. Oh, Ralph, I know the feeling. I went into Wendy's. I drove through Wendy's drive-through one day last week and ordered a cheeseburger, a baked potato, and a drink. They wanted $12 or something for it at the window. I just shook my head and kept on driving. I'm not paying that much for a hamburger and a baked potato and a drink. That's just, I ain't gonna do it. So I went over to Taco Bell and got 3 tacos and pintos and cheese and whatever, and for $10 or something. So, I know I'd rather have the hamburger, but people's gonna have to start driving away from these places to get the prices down. KO4UUC, Jerry, your turn.
You double with Walter, I think. He was saying something there, Ken.
Yeah, go ahead, Walter.
Hey, Ken, I said you probably steer dry cell batteries lately.
What was feeling better?
Dry cell batteries, like they've gone up about 4 times the price. KG4HK, sorry for the interruption, Jerry.
No, I hadn't priced any batteries yet. Go ahead, Jerry.
W4HK. There we go. My mind's still ain't awake. N4JED, KO4UUC. Well, I used to CB. Never did have a license. They called me the woodpecker. And I was into it pretty sporty there. Had my old Moonraker antenna, run it vertical, and run a Yaesu FT101 along with a 2KW Heath kit. I think it was 221 if I remember right. Of course, that's been a bunch of years ago. 30 and not 50 years ago, believe it or not. Time gets away when you're having fun. And when you're working for a living and raising young'uns, it gets away faster. But thank God all my young'uns are grown. Got grand young'uns, got great grand young'uns. And I feel like I'm pretty much like an old wet dish rag, kind of limp this morning, and trying to wake up. Still hadn't had any coffee. Had to go in there and make me a batch of coffee. It ought to be ready by now. And I got to run down the hall here too. So I'll be in here. I think we got enough people in here by the time I get back, I'll still have a turn. N4JED, KO4UUC.
There you go, Jerry. I like that picture you posted on the web the other day. I finally got to put a face to the call sign there. All right, anybody want to join us on this Father's Day edition of the Sunday Morning Rednecks?
Good morning.
I got Randy, I got Rich, and I got DB. Anybody else? Morning, guys. Happy Father's Day. And N4OW, Randy.
You're right about prices on fast food. I mean, it's ridiculous. We just, me and everybody else, we just don't do it anymore. I mean, it's ridiculous to go out and everything. I mean, you can spend, $60, $75 for lunch now. It's not any extravagant. I mean, that's just normal food and everything. Yeah. got to where I tell everybody at Walmart, you walk in the door, it's $100. You might as well pay that grader $100. Get out. $40 redneck.
Good morning, Randy. Yeah, absolutely. No kidding. 2 people, this costs, just go to McDonald's costs us 20 something bucks. So let me see here. Morning, Rich. N3ZCO and the Sunday Morning Rednecks.
Sunday morning, Rednecks and 3CCO. Good morning, Ken, and good morning to everyone. I've just been in here a little bit. Everyone's sounding pretty good. A little noisy, but real good signals this morning. And good to hear everybody. 46 degrees for the temperature. Mid-80s today, sunshine, so it's looking really good. Yesterday was a really nice day. Had a couple of little errands to do. Went to visit one of my ham buddies, K3QE2. He was in his garage, so we was over there for about an hour. We had some guy talk and, lawnmowers, weed eaters, chainsaws, and radios, microphones, antennas, all the guy stuff, and come home. It was a pretty good day here. Last evening, the oldest boy, somebody pulled in the driveway. It was our oldest son and his boy. He's our youngest grandson, 9 years old. I mentioned he's taken up conditioning. Well, they went to a lake yesterday, a small lake not far from here, and he's caught 3 really nice-sized bass and a catfish. The catfish was about a foot long. But that little guy was so excited. They were out there most of the day. They were both whooped. The little grandson, he came in here. We have a pop cooler in our garage, and he drank 3 containers of fruit punch when he got here. He was so thirsty. But anyway, he's raring to go here today. He wants to go back to the lake and start fishing again. And the oldest boy said, wow, he'd never seen anybody that was so excited about it. But this little guy, he's doing good. He's been introduced to the spin cast rod. Now he's been flying. The oldest boy taught him how to fly cast, and he's been doing good. But the spin cast outfit now and the small lake, they were sitting on the dock of the bay. So anyway, I think they got a plan for that again today. N4ZED and the Sunday morning Rednecks, N3ZCO. I have a reading coming up too.
Oh, wow, Rich. Nothing better to do than for Father's Day is go fishing with the kids. Almost brought a tear to my eye there, Rich. DB, you've been absent. WB4 BRV.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Father's Day to everybody on the frequency that's a father. We're going to have a cookout today at 1 o'clock, and it'll wear me out, I know, and I love it anyway. And sometimes we've had as many as 100, and of course I've got a big family, and 2 or 3 years ago, this couple came, and I hadn't seen them before, and they come over and they said, you own this place? And I said, well, me and the bank and whatever. And they said, well, you're friends of such and such. That was my granddaughter's husband. And I said, well, welcome. Come on in. Have a hamburger, hot dog, whatever you want. And they stayed. They were the last people to leave. And they said, well, if you have another one, we'd like to come. I said, we have them all the time. But give you a name and number, and I'll still try to remember to call you, but I've lost it. I don't know. And my son-in-law, my granddaughter's husband is overseas, and he's in Germany working right now, so if I could find the number, I'd sure call him again. I mean, we don't care because, and I don't have any idea who all will be here today. Not all of my kids will be here. Some of them out of town and whatever. But anyway, we have a big time. It's a very enjoyable day, and it's also very tiring for an old man like me. And but I've always sat on the couch. It doesn't happen after a while. When it's all over. so my wife's just a super nice person. She looks a lot of old lady, and we've got a grill. Some of the kids bought us a grill, so that's cheap. They're bringing them, and one son-in-law, my oldest daughter's husband, comes and puts up a tent, getting a little shade. And so, and we got 5 acres from the road, and we bought, we went down Ollie last night and bought 8. And I'm going to take mine out first. I want the one that's the most. And so, anyway, we're looking forward to a little big day today. That's you, Kim. That's it for you, Ollie.
I'm glad you said what time.
1 o'clock, Ralph, come on.
Let me see here. 4 hours away. That'd be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I can make it. All right, guys. All right. Any more check-ins this morning? Morning, Larry. It ain't KUK. Anybody else? We'll go get Larry. We'll go to the top. It ain't KUK, Larry.
Yes, sir. JD and the Rednecks show here today. I guess it's about 6 minutes down. I just get into now, man. It's nice day, right? I think that's going. TV feel like you're going to have a good time, but after that, this is great. It really is. So, I'm sure if you enjoyed Father's Day today. But, Ken, I don't know what you and Ralph and TV, and that's it. And I'm on my coffee. 52 degrees.
All right, Larry. Sounding good over here. All right, let me see here. VA3RE, bring them in. Bring them in, Mark. It's Sunday morning redneck time. VA3RE, Mark.
Great idea. With the word, I can see that. I don't get that. And that is a good thing, man. Because we have a family thing coming up there, DD. And they're all coming up here in July, weekend in July. And that would be a great idea. Now, I'll tell you, I got to say, now, here's an option. I want to report on what kind of first night you got there, and then first time home, so I can, idea. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I can see you getting into trouble with that. But anyway, it sounds like weather permitting and all that sounds like a lot of fun there and getting together with family and doing that there. And anyway, I'm gonna make this my last one, Ken. I'm gonna get out there, and right now, by the time I get over to my spot there, I'm gonna take my drone out this morning and go flying. Haven't had a chance to do it just for 2 weeks here, so but right now just looking at the local just down the road from me here that has a weather station set up that's connected to the internet, and right now the wind isn't too bad, and the other site there I checked there, it says the wind is good for flying, so I'm going to get out there and go and discharge some drone batteries there, so good to hear everybody, and we'll pick it up to you later on there. So, well, you won't be around, Ken, but you have a great weekend. We'll pick it up with you next weekend. 73 from Victor America 3, Romeo.
73, Mark. Have a good day. Yeah, go out there and discharge some batteries. Sound like you're going to have a good time. Maybe have some good weather up there. And while I'm talking about weather, Rich has got 40-something degrees. It's 71 degrees here, Rich. That's just not proper. KG for you, IQ, Charlie.
I lost Mark altogether on that one. clown started before, but I don't know what happened. Anyway, good morning to Rich, DP, Larry, Randy. And we're right on 61.8 right now. And it's going to be hot today. It's supposed to be in the 90s. So I can imagine it's going to probably like water plants twice today. I'll get it back to you there again. I'm going to go in here and make me a pot of coffee. Should be here by the time you get back in for the DJ for you.
Okay, Charlie. Go get some coffee. I know that somebody said something about getting a gallon jug and poking a hole in it. That might work instead of doing it twice. You probably already thought about that, though. Let's go to that fancy station. KD4 JOB, Walter.
Wound up being 97. Too hot. And so I ain't know what it was. How why you tell him today. I don't even want to know. Don't make me mad. I thought, well, they in the rain and all that. It's good morning to you. Happy Father's Day. Everybody up to the house on this. They got some kind of swamp though. But we didn't get anybody. And I hope you don't get another day of food spring. Food spring the yard today, so I know I need to watch that roundup off. Gonna get rid of that car. This grass right here, I can't get through the lawnmower that the weed eater needs to go to, and I can't run the weed eater. Guys gonna charge me $40 to do it. I'm been expensive, but I gotta do something. I'll take over. The birds have got to pass away to get in there and see the legs. So, with that, I'm gonna get out of here. Slip over there and close my eyes for a few minutes. Get on back up about around the ball. And head on down to Richie Land. And see if I can get this. Get the train about that other side. Cut that wood up. And good Walmart. Y'all take care of it. See y'all tomorrow. You'll live with. And everybody have a happy Father's Day. Thank you. 73. Easy for dinner.
73, Walter. Have a good day, or have a good Father's Day. And glad you're feeling better. Let's try John one more time. KQ4EM, John. John gets the red crayon. KC3 BYG, George.
Pick up a little bit. I heard just about everyone about it, but I didn't hear much. VA3 RE. I could hear real fake off in the distance, but I had just could barely hear it. I couldn't understand what he was talking about, but anyway, happy Father's Day to him. So we'll sit back here and listen to see what the boys have to say, and see any new check-ins, and who knows, maybe Jimmy will check in, W4ET, and we'll be listening up. So go ahead, brother Ken. And for ZD, it's KC3, BYG.
Good to hear you this morning, George. You know, I think Mark must have turned his amp off because he's been banging in here all morning. And if somebody hadn't relayed him in, I did finally find him on the Pennsylvania receiver, but he was light on that. So, all right, George, have a 73s. Have a good day. Tell Miss Becky hello for us, and don't eat too much. Over to Southern Elizabeth and Ralph, rescue me, KG4HKI.
Rescue. Hey, out of me. I can tell he was in there, but that's been what he was saying. He just took a dive. Or the man took a dive, didn't he? The great line. So that's what's going on there. And Rich, I got it. About 89 years old, and man, he said, every chase he does, he goes to the river and goes fishing. It's about a 2 mile walk to the river, man. Whenever he get home from school, he's great at fishing, on head down to the river. But anyway, that's a pretty good story of TV. I got to enjoy your day. I ain't gonna have no place over there. I'd like to. Hey, we there spirit anyway. We everywhere spirit. Anyway, good morning to check in this place for around. Happy Patrick's Day to everybody. And Ken, it's still hanging in there, 71 degrees. They don't heat like kicking on just every little bit. I don't know why, but it's said on 75 degrees. I reckon it's all that hot air I can put out here in the house because the heat must kick up. But anyway, that's it again. Get more dedicated. Get more than
Yeah, Ralph, it's 71 degrees here too. Let me see here. Back over to Alabama. KL4 UUC, Jerry.
And for JD, KL4 UUC. Got my coffee done, got me a couple of sips, got my throat limbered up here. I think I'm going to make it. Oh, let's see. I was listening to something on the computer. Let me turn that down. Just, there we go. Got that done. And it was 72 degrees here. And they said it was going to go up to about 92 today, which is not bad. But whenever I went into town, I had to go to Home Depot to pick up that piece of equipment for the sink there yesterday. And on the car thermostat, it read 98 degrees. Boy, and you stand out there in that heat, walking from one place to the other, you just doggone near burn up and sweat will pop out pretty fast. But it wasn't long. I got back in. I think it takes me about 30-something minutes to run into town and then another 30 minutes to come back. And just a short trip between the car and the house because I got a garage just built onto the house and just get out and come in. And boy, that air conditioner was really feeling good whenever I walked in the door. Of course, I got it in the car too, but the carport was awfully hot out there. And got in, my wife, she had stuff scattered everywhere up under that sink. Took me about 10 minutes to get it all out from under there. What made it even more fun was whenever that daggum disposal, whenever it froze up on us, and they kept washing dishes in it, and it was full of water. And when you go to take it loose a little bit, that thing starts going everywhere, leaking. And got a whole bottle of the cabinet was wet. They were running out the front of the cabinet. And I was down there amongst it right in the middle of it, and got me kind of wet. I didn't want to do it to start with. I was already kind of PO'd, however you want to call it. And by the time I got back with that piece of equipment put in there to disposal, it had dried up a bit. I had to work on that and get that done. Then all of a sudden I got this bright-eyed. I'm just going to wait till in the morning. I'm too wore out today. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So whenever I get off of here, I got to go in there and do that. And I'm not looking forward to it. It's not a hard thing to do, but it's just aggravating. Especially when when you don't want to do something, it's aggravating. I get kind of grouchy when that happens. I don't like talking to people. I want to ask questions. N4JED, KO4UUC. Got my coffee anyway, so I'm feeling a little better.
I'm glad you got the coffee, Jerry. Good luck on the disposal. N4OW, Randy.
Hey, morning, all the newcomers doing the time. Yeah, it was hot down here yesterday too. We come by through town at about 3 o'clock. It's at 95 on the bank thermometer there. Giving our bank for the way different. It was not quite being that bad. We had to up our game at 11 o'clock. When we got there, about
4W, the Father's Dish, the Sunday morning Rednecks. Yeah, it was. We got in the car yesterday. It was 108 in the car, I guess, and it cooled down. We got going down the road a little bit, but it was warm yesterday. Let me see here. Let's go over to Crow's Corner and talk to Rich. N3ZCO, Rich.
Good morning, everyone. 108 degrees in the car. Oh my gosh. Hey, hopefully it didn't have a dark vinyl seat. We've got an old 65 Mustang that's locked up in the garage, and everybody says, "How come you don't drive it in the hot weather?" Well, black vinyl seats. Need I say anymore? But I hope the air conditioning was working for you. Yesterday I needed a little air conditioning here. I had a little errand to do. You were talking about, someone mentioned going through the drive-thru at McDonald's and the prices. Well, the wife had a little errand for me. I had an errand to do anyway. She sent me to the meat market about 12 miles from here. I had a couple other things to do, so it was all. I always make one trip, do it all. But I went into the meat market, and this way it works out. They've got the highest quality meats of anywhere around, and they're very, very busy. Well, where the parking lot to this is, it's on the corner of an intersection, and it's kind of a difficult place to get in and out of. Well, when I came around the street, the parking lot was full, and I thought, oh boy. So I thought I'd probably have to circle around town again and hope to get a space. Well, didn't I get up to the red light right in front of the meat market, and there was an empty space in a parking lot above where the meat market was, so I snagged that, and I went into the meat market, and it was packed. I mean, there were people everywhere, and I thought, oh, brother, and I didn't know where anything was. And by chance, there was a nice young lady worked here. I must have really looked pathetic. And she said, "You need some help?" And I tilted my head, and I gave her those puppy eyes, And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I don't know where anything is." And she said, I had the list. Well, let's see. So anyway, I needed a package of hamburger buns. I needed some lean ground chuck, a rump roast, and a package of chip steak. And anyway, as busy as that was, there was a little opening in the checkout line. I was in there, got what I wanted. There was an opening in the checkout line, and I was out the door in just a few minutes. I could hardly believe it. But anyway, that little order was about $80. Wow. Oh man, we're talking about the cost of stuff, but that was my little experience there. And the wife said, she told me, said, I don't know how you do it. But, yeah, I snagged this parking place, and then, well, I was just fortunate that somebody took pity on me, and I got a little help from a little friend, N4 ZED, and the Sunday Morning Rednecks, N3 ZCO.
Oh, sounded like it turned out great for you, Rich. Yeah, just I'm not gonna get into cost of stuff anymore. WB4BRB, DB, it's your turn.
Oh, yeah. Well, by the time you get around to me again, I'll be there.
Uh, 73 DB. Have a good day and happy Father's Day. Enjoy the family over there. I know you will. It ain't KUK, Larry.
Just ain't one all rednecks, man. You got a good crew in here. And I'm like everybody else. I cannot hear Mark. It's more like a whisper. And you generally don't hear him that low. But anyhow, I'm getting ready to go find me another cup of coffee. Got to jump in the shower and get that out of the way. And work myself to a frazzle again there years 310. I was outside working. And the sea and the heat and all that stuff. But anyhow, I'm here. So now I'll be back.
Not just glad to have you here this morning, Larry. Sounding good. Oh, at the bottom of the list, who wants to join this Father's Day edition of the Sunday Morning Rednecks? Oh, we got Bob. Who was the other station? All right, let me tell you who I got. I got Mike, and I got Bob, and I got Butch. Who else? There's 3 fine fathers. We'll get these guys in here. WJ30. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, Ken, thank you. Good morning. Good morning to you. Thanks for that relay 5. Good morning, Don. And I heard George, too. He watched Ken. I haven't heard him in a long time. Good morning, George. WJ Thrift. I was listening about those high prices at that meat store. I tell you, one of the best prices for food that I see is when I go to Costco. I always buy one of their rotisserie chickens, and they're like $6.99, $7 for a chicken, a whole chicken, already cooked, boy, really good too. A rotisserie. I want to scope out that rotisserie next time. It's really big. I want to see how many holes on it. Maybe toss it by. I must hold 30 chickens on there at one time. Big, man. And they take them off. They wrap them up. They put a sticker on there. What time they were taken off with the rotisserie. They can tell they're fresh. I tell you, they're really good for $7. And we usually have enough for 2 meals out of that for the 2 of us. And then usually I either make chicken salad or chicken soup. And man, I'm telling you, for $7 you can't go wrong. And I make it a point anytime I'm in Costco or just want to grab a quick meal, I'll stop by there. It's not far from it. It's one of the cheapest things I think you can buy around anymore. And like they do things, I think sometimes they do things just to get you in the store. You know what I mean? It's like throwing a nice worm out on the pond. You know, it's going to get you around. Yeah. But anyway, good morning to all, and I hope everybody has a good Father's Day. Whoever, any fathers out there, everybody have a good day. Bring it back to that for ZED and Sunday morning Rednecks. This is WJ30.
Good to hear you, Mike. Got you on the Pennsylvania receiver there. I saw your signal, but I wasn't quick enough to hear who it was. You know how it is during the summertime. And happy Father's Day. Good morning, Bob. KK4TLK. Happy Father's Day.
And it is KK4TLK. Well, happy Father's Day right back to you there, Jim. Hope you're doing well down there in Georgia. Kind of noisy on my end. Good morning to Mike and Butch coming in there. And I think DB said he was leaving and I heard Larry over there. And I think I heard Ralphie when I was in the other room fixing up all the week's medication. What we got? 61 degrees here starting out to close down. Looks a little overcast out there right at the moment. But yeah, still no rain. Drying the popcorn wheels around here. We need water big time. Oh boy, I thought I'd stop by and make a round or two with you. I've been invited to breakfast with my daughters and the grandson this morning. So I won't be able to stay for the entire festivities, but I'll be here for a round or two anyway. Hope everybody's doing well. And the band ain't too bad. It was rather noisy on the early birds this morning, but it seems to be calming down some now. With the exception of the hogs up there on 50, or down there on 50, I reckon, rooting around a bit. Hand it back to you again, and carry it on, little man. Report ZED in Greece.
Oh, thanks for the permission there, Bob. I'll do the best I can. Yeah, 50's a little bit wide this morning. And it did start out noisy. It started out real noisy. I'm glad it's calmed down. But I couldn't believe there's so much noise coming out of a couple of places. There's small storms, too. Let's go over to Manassas and talk to the mayor. W4HJL, Butch.
Signals seem to be pretty good. Happy Father's Day to you and crew. Good morning, Bob, and you sound good from over there. And Mike, good morning to you and Larry. And let's see, signed out, but Rich. And let's see, I think Randy was still in there. I'm not sure. And Ralph, but good morning. Anyway, we'll be here. And it's 59 degrees, not too bad. And I got the kids coming over a little bit later. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, shooter back. But thanks. That's for ZED, W4HJM.
Don's excited to have you here this morning. Don, happy Father's Day. Anybody else want to check in with us before we go to the top?
Whiskey 4, Charlie November Bravo.
Anybody else? Whiskey 4, Charlie November Bravo. Good morning again.
I just want to wave at you guys. I'm going to be in and out this morning, buddy. It's because of what illness is down here. I'm having a hard time hearing y'all. But 73, happy Father's Day to all you fathers and all you mothers. And I hope you have a blessed one. We're going to get ready to take grandbaby to church here in a little while. Y'all have a blessed day. This is Whiskey 4, Charlie November Bravo.
All right, champ. Have a good day. And I hope you have a good Father's Day. And don't eat too much. All right, up to the top. Let me see here. Whose turn is it up here? KG4 UIQ, Charlie.
Yeah, we'll say good morning to everybody. And you're talking about gallon jugs there. That'd be hard to water the yard with a gallon jug. Because I got all that new grass out there too. I have to keep water, or otherwise it'll burn up. It's still a light green color. It ain't darkened up yet, a lot of it. And we have to keep that watered too, along with the tomatoes and squash and peppers and all that good stuff. Anyway, we're good to get ready to go and get to work. The work gets too hot outside. So we'll say everybody have a great day and be safe, and we'll be back probably tomorrow. We'll talk to you next weekend, Ken. And what is that? KG4 UIQ 73, everybody.
73, Charlie. Have a good one. Great signal all morning long. KG4HKI, Ralph.
Wow, that's about a year ago.
Uh, 73, Ralph. Glad you stepped in and waved your hand this morning. KO4 UUC, Jerry.
M4JD, KO4 UUC. Getting a little bit light outside now. I got to take my doggies out and let them go do their thing and feed the cat. So, been having a hard time copying most of the guys. Got a good copy on you, Ken. I guess that's because they don't live that far apart. But hope everybody has a good Father's Day today. And hope you get all the things that you want and some of the things that you don't want. I've got a little bit of both sometimes. But God bless y'all. Have a good day out there. I got to get out of here and go put a disposal in. N4JED, KO4, UUC.
All right, Jerry, keep your fingers out of it. Hope it all goes well with you. N4OW, Randy. Uh, 73, Randy. Have a good one. N3ZCO, Rich.
Good morning, Rednecks and 3CCO. Good morning, Sandy News check-in. Looking pretty nice out there. The sun's shining pretty good right now. There's a big motorcycle event just a few miles from where I live. There were a lot on the road yesterday, and sometimes it gets out of control. It's a two-day event, and oh boy, and we can hear the bands and stuff at night. I wasn't outside last night. I wasn't even at all interested to see if I could hear anything. Doesn't seem to be too noisy this weekend, but there was always kind of a tradition over the years. We would always get the paper, but it would be a mail route here along the road here. We had a newspaper box at the end of the driveway, and it was the kind of a tradition that they would go through the night and they would steal all of the Sunday papers. A couple of years ago, they stopped the delivery, and it was all mail now, so you get the Sunday papers like Saturday. I got the Sunday paper, so we don't hear them sneaking through during the night stealing the papers. So I don't know, maybe they'll have to find some other mischief. And where they have this event, it's all Amish back there, and I guess they did the people. I guess the Amish people, it practically terrorizes them. They have hundreds of the cyclists going by their houses and stuff all hours of the day and night, but they manage to survive. We don't hear of too many problems, but it's some type of a benefit. I've never been to it, nor have I had any interest in going to it, but it's been going on for many years, but it's pretty quiet. Usually on the Sunday when they have that, it's pretty noisy in our neck of the woods, so I'm not hearing too much here today. So I don't know, maybe everybody's still asleep. Maybe they're having a good sermon this morning. N4ZED and the Sunday Morning Rednecks, N3ZCO.
Yeah, good point, Rich. You ought to mosey over there and see what's going on and report back to us. All right, Larry, it's your turn. It ain't KUK.
Things out of your book over there. That's why you enjoy that. Anyway, not a lot going on here, Ken. Just got me another cup of coffee. And good morning to all those guys left and happy Father's Day. So get them chores done. And we can sit back in the air conditioner and enjoy today. Hope you get a lot of nice gifts. I guess we're going to be going to church after a while, and after that, I don't know, probably nothing. So, just come home and stay inside. So anyway, Ken, I'm going to jump around the corner and take a quick shower. Mom, I hope you enjoyed breakfast with the daughter and the grandson. So, you'll be all filled up and ready to go to church after a while. NAKK, thank you, Ken.
You going to stick around with us, Larry, or you leaving?
Yeah, I'm around the corner, so I'll try to be back, hopefully for Rich's reading there.
All right, Larry, didn't want to kick you off the list there. And I think I'm going to go eat some breakfast here after a while and then start my grill up and get my cooking done before it gets too warm outside. All right, Mike, your turn. WJ30.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. Pretty good coffee with you today. Not much. Buddy of mine was supposed to explode yesterday, but he didn't come. I guess something came up. He sent me a hand. I lost my main antenna. Geez, a couple months ago. Actually, the antenna didn't get broke. A limb to the side broke out of the tree. I guess the torque broke the connector that was holding it up in the air up on my tower, so I'm gonna have to get that fixed. So I'm on a backup antenna. It's okay, but not as good. It's a little more confined, a little lower. So hopefully get this straightened out soon to get some money. Actually, I was sort of glad that he didn't come yesterday because I'm not up to 100% yet anyway. So I'm not gonna be. I'll be more of a nuisance than a help probably. So hopefully maybe another week or so. But anyway, I don't know what I planned today. Yesterday spent the day, I heard people talking about the heat. Man, it was hot. I spent the day at the softball game. She had, my granddaughter had 3 games. So he started around 11 o'clock. I think it was 11. And I guess they finished up around 5. And I'll tell you, they took a little break there at one time. They had 2 games back to back. Scored about maybe a 10-minute break, but then the other one there was an hour break. And I'll tell you, went to the car. Man, somebody said their car was, I think it was you, Ken, was 110, and I don't know what it was in there, but it was hot. And so I turned the AC on, let it cool down inside, and I looked for a better place to parked it under a tree. Got some of that heat out. It was cooking yesterday, but hey, summertime, that's where you get. And I heard Bob talk about the rain, and we had a storm. It was more storm than rain. Thunder, lightning, all carrying on, hardly any rain. So I'm with Bob. We could use a little bit. And it looks like the weather forecast for the week coming is not much. So there you go. So I'll get involved with something today, I know. I was just using my vacuum sealer here. I'm glad it's a little bit earlier, man. It would have been a little noise in the background. But I'm telling you, they're nice. I use them a lot when we buy things. You buy something, you have some leftovers or whatever. Well, you can vacuum seal that, put it in the freezer, man. That's good. That's good. That'll hold quite a while. Definitely, knock on wood, man. I had that for probably 10 years there. Use it all the time. Buy something pretty big or whatever, break it down, put it in the freezer, hold it there. Holds nice. Throw it back to you, Ken. Thanks for holding us this morning. Good to hear everybody in there. Report WJ30. Back to you, Ken.
Bucks Can's doing a good job, Mike, this morning. KK4TL and K, Bob.
N4ZD and Group KK4CLK.
Good morning once again, Ken. You and the rest of the Sunday morning Rednecks. Yeah, sorry to hear about the antenna, Mike. I remember you mentioning earlier that you lost the main antenna, but the secondary's doing a good job. I've got you about, not S9 in the Cloverdale, and you're getting over the noise, which says a whole lot in itself. Oh boy, Rich goes to the store. That could be another one for the book you ought to write, Rich. Want to know where you hide that horseshoe? You must have had it if you found a parking spot that quickly. And you even got a personalized help, which is a thing that's just unheard of in this day and time. Maybe it's a Pennsylvania thing. Anyway, I'm glad it worked out for you. Terrible price to have to pay for what you cost is not surprising in today's time. Every time I go to the grocery store, I just stand there and shake my head when they give me the total for it. I said, "Are you sure?" And she just grins because she knows I'm kidding too. Things have got so out of hand now. I I told somebody the other day, I said, it's bad enough for one old man just feeding himself. I cannot imagine what a family of 3 or 4 would cost to eat nowadays. Oh boy, yeah, I'm going out for breakfast this morning. Got to drive all the way to Salem, Virginia. It's taking me about 15 minutes to just get a free meal out of it, so it's worthwhile. Oh, I know it costs the gas. Might not be. I told them that if they wanted to can't come to the house, I'd fix some breakfast like I used to, scrambled eggs, biscuits, and gravy. They all allowed that sounded pretty good, but they didn't want to drive way down here to the country. In for JD and AP4 okay, right? Well, one more round anyway.
Oh, Bob, what I tell my folks is it's just as far from here to there as it is from there to here. So I'll leave you at that. Over in Manassas, W4HJO, Don?
For ZED, W4ETL, well, good comment. Bob, you think those rank and roll this morning. I got good copy on you, and Mike got copies even with the backup antenna. You were solid, so good copy, and of course, copy Rich and Larry. And I think we're sitting out there a little bit, but I guess my one son's coming over. I always stop probably get some wings or something for afternoon. So we'll see how that goes. Yesterday, my other son took me to breakfast, and then we went to the grocery store. Boy, you're right, the sticker shock on some of that stuff. And I told you what I paid for that Benjamin for pig was $73 a gallon. So that was a shocker also. Anyway, we'll be here, but you're sounding good, and we'll shoot it back. Sound like you got a good day planned there. 10-4 ZED W4HJL.
Yeah, hope it goes good there, Don. Let me see here. I want at the bottom of the list. Who wants to join the Sunday morning Rednecks this morning?
Kilo November 4, Mike Uniform Foxtrot.
Just 4 KW.
We got Gene. We got Tom. Who else?
KQ4 AWS.
W3FPG.
There's 4 fine frogs. Anybody else? Good morning, Gene. K4MUF.
Good morning. This is Kilo November 4, Mike Uniform Foxtrot, Gene in Winchester, Tennessee, 10-4 Lake. We've got 73 degrees. It's supposed to get up in the upper 80s today, I think. A little bit warmer, a degree or two warmer than yesterday. I think 89, I think, is what it says for the high for today. But anyway, it's been very, very warm around here, and I've been working outside a lot. And 2 or 3 days there, I worked too hard, I think. It felt really bad at the end of the day, so I decided yesterday I wasn't going to quite work as hard, or work quite as hard, I should say. And so I did feel better last night when I went to bed, and I'm going to try to be careful about that. It's awfully dangerous, I know, to get the heat stroke, and you don't realize it. You're just sweating and working and wanting to get finished, and that's what your mind's on. So I'm going to change my mind a little bit about how I work out in the hot sun, that's for sure. Anyway, I hope everyone out there has a blessed Sunday and a wonderful Father's Day. I hope everyone will also pray for our country. This is KN4MUF, back to net. Over. Thanks so much for having me in, and God bless you for what you do, sir.
Good morning to you, Gene, and happy Father's Day as well. Let me see here. W4TKW. Tom, happy Father's Day.
And for ZED, thanks all those out there. Good morning. And obviously I had reasons for the day. It's kind of nice, I tell you, as the day going on the road, it doesn't have to very often. Woke up and felt refreshed. Felt like more than really nice. And then even better is I can get in and share with Happy Father's Day and enjoy the radio. So I haven't been able to do
W4TKW and the Sunday Morning Rednecks Father's Day edition. Good job there, Tom. And good morning, Miss Paula. Tell Steve Happy Father's Day. And that was a good looking pack you had there. You sent me a picture of KQ4AWF. Your turn.
This is Paula, KQ4AWF. Well, everybody, I hope you all have a great Father's Day, whether you're a father or not. It doesn't matter. I'm not a father, but I don't know. Got 2 puppies. I guess I had my Mother's Day last month, but so everybody have a good Father's Day. I hope there's lots of cookouts and good food and breakfast and all that good stuff for you. Yeah, I did a Summits on the Air and a Parks on the Air. It was 1 summit, 2 parks, but it was the same place. I didn't move around. And it worked out really well. I got 21 contacts. One is far away. I got Wyoming and Utah, which I thought was pretty cool for a Summit on the Air. And let's see, what else? The backpack I sent you a picture of, the reason I had to do that little bubble wrap trick was I didn't have the pack fitted correctly. I'm still kind of learning how to adjust it. There's a billion straps on that thing. You adjust this, you adjust that, you push this up, push that down. And of course I didn't have it right, and it really dug into my shoulder and left me a little bit bruised. It wasn't a long hike, but the pack was 26 pounds, so it just wasn't balanced right. So I couldn't figure out how to make those straps more comfortable. The padding in them is hard as a rock. So all I could think of was bubble wrap. I had a big pile of it sitting on my bench, and I was kind of looking at the bubble wrap, looking at the pack, and why not? So kind of goofy, but maybe I'll come up with something a little more aesthetic. Okay, so I heard quite a few people on here that I know, and I haven't been on very long, maybe for about 15 minutes. So I'll be here right up until the end, and y'all take care, and I'll catch you on the next round. This is Paula. Thank you for AWS.
Oh, okay, Paula. No problem. A little bit of redneck engineering there. I think maybe it helps a good bit. Let's go over to Fredericksburg and talk to Scott. Where you been this morning, Scott? W3SEG.
N4JD, W3SEG, we're talking Sunday Morning Rednecks. No, happy Father's Day. Well, I stayed up too late last night, and I just said I didn't get up. But my daughter's on the way over here to pick me up and take me to church, and then we're going to breakfast at the Golden Corral, and so I can get my 6 eggs over easy on top of my home fries and a whole bunch of bacon, and that'll be my starter for the day, and then we'll see what else they got on the breakfast bar. But just wanted to jump in here and say good morning to everybody, and it looks like it's gonna be a pretty day here today. It's only 59 out here this morning, but it's gonna get up to 90 apparently. So good morning to everybody. I'll send it back there, Ken. N4ZD, W3SEG.
Yeah, W3SEG and 4ZD. Scott, when I do that, I usually have the breakfast and brunch, and then I don't eat anything until supper time. So hope you enjoy it. Let me see here. Is Rod in there? N4ZIF. Rod, is that you? Rod's sending me a text. I guess he's maybe he's listening on the internet. Good morning to you, Rod. Let me see here. Anybody with the bomb list? Who wants to check in with the Sunday Morning Rednecks? We got Carl. Anybody else? We'll get Carl and we'll go top. KO4 JQH, Carl.
Good morning, Ken. Good morning on Happy Father's Day to one and all. And I think everybody out there deserves it. And Ken, I'm getting ready to get out of here, so I'm going to be one and done. I'm headed back to the lake. Little segment, picked up 2 jet skis yesterday. Come home with them. We loaded up the truck. Went to the lake to take the start. And we're getting ready to go back right now. So we're going to have a good time today. I'm going to enjoy Father's Day like I enjoyed my vacation. So I'll say 73 to you, my brother. Everybody have a great day. Good Father's Day and a wonderful, blessed country. 73. KO4 JQH. I'm clear and gone.
Happy Father's Day, Carl. Extend that fishing trip and vacation. Up to the top. N3ZCO, Rich.
N4 LSB and the Sunday morning Rednecks and 3CCO. The signals sound like they're pretty stable this morning. Sunshine on me today. Some good comments here today. I did want to say, hey Bob, the deal with the meat market, yeah, it was pretty pricey, but there was maybe it sounds worse than it was. There was a 10-pound package of extra lean ground chuck was about half of that order. So yeah, but still, it was quite a bit. I walked out carrying 2 bags, but yeah, that was my experience at the meat market. So I guess it pays to look pathetic. People feel sorry for it. Good to hear everybody. And to Mike on the vacuum sealer. I don't know what type you're using, if it's one on the countertop, or the wife has one here for on the countertop, and we have one of those Harvest Strike freeze dryers. You can put a whole bunch of jars in there and do a whole bunch of them at one time. But there's this little device you can get, and they're very inexpensive, and all you do is set it on the lid of the canning jar. And for certain things that you would vacuum seal, this thing is just as slick as could be. You put that on there and you hear it, it'll buzz, and just a few seconds it's done. And it's vacuum sealed, and anyway, it's ready to go. Thought I'd throw that out there. If I find out what it is, I'll have to let everybody know what it is. Good hearing everybody. I've got a reading this morning from Mr. Foxworthy, and during the week, the past week, everyone's been talking about fishing, and I shared the fishing stories of our 9-year-old grandson, and again, last night he caught 3 bass and a catfish. So, and he is all excited, and I think that's where they're headed again today, back to the lake. So they'll be sitting on the dock of the bay. But we all know that we're rednecks, and we're not dysfunctional, but we're just kind of, what do they call that? Unsophisticated.
Hey, Martin.
So that's the way to be. But it's good that we're all sort of like-minded. But Mr. Foxworthy, along with the
Thank you, Martin.
here, he has...
Can I call you back after 8?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. I'm right in the middle of the net.
I love you.
I love you too.
I don't know what anybody thinks about that, but I've seen that before. I've seen guys fall out of the boat. I've seen them fall off the pier and down into the water that went over the edge of the bank. So we've seen it all, but if you're too drunk to fish, you might be a redneck. N4 LED and the Sunday morning redneck, N3CCO.
Yep, I would agree with that, Rich. I think I may have been there before. Let me see here. Who's next? N8KUK, Larry. N8KUK, Larry. WJ30, Mike.
Ken, that's a good reading there, Rich. But anyway, I am gonna get out here, Ken. The wife's up in the kitchen, and it is it's about 55. But anyway, everybody have a great Father's Day, Ken. Thanks for running the show this morning. Catch you next week. N8K.
73, Larry. We'll catch you next weekend. All right, Mike, come on in here. WJ30.
Yes, sir. It was ADWJ30. You know, I always think whenever I hear stories about guys drinking, years ago, I mean probably 40 years ago, they didn't really enforce drinking out on the water. Not to drink out on the water. Guys would drink I seen some things out there. Like, there was a boat like this zipping around, a small boat, maybe 20 foot or so, zipping around in a circle. And here, every once in a while, you see a guy get up out of the bottom of the boat, look around, and go back down again. Man, he was out. And the Coast Guard was driving alongside, but they were trying to like corral. I got out of there. I don't know whatever happened to this thing. And what a mess. It was out of control, just running, And then one boat was on the trailer. He just coming off of the raft, and I guess they didn't tie it down, did whatever, and started out the main road to go out, and the boat fell right off the trailer. But then over the years, they had started enforcing just like on land, DUI, and I cut down a lot of that, where I used to go, down in the Jersey coast. It stopped a lot. It was getting out of control, man. Just like on land. I mean, it was before they started cracking down a little bit around here, it was bad. A lot of drunks out on the road. That was a good thing in a way. Getting the real band guys off the road and gals, I guess. But anyway, I don't have to worry about that. I don't partake anymore. I did enough when I was younger. I don't mess around with it. Yeah, just because of medical reasons. Go ahead. But anyway, I'm going to make this my last. I'm going to start moving on. I get a little vacuum pack in it. I got one other thing I want to do there before I get up and start moving around a little bit. Good hearing everybody on this Father's Day. Hope everybody has a good day. Kick back a little bit, relax. And it's a good thing. Tribute to the fathers of the world, just like the ones that love us. Fathers. Everybody have a good day. This is WJCO. Back over to you, Ken, and you can scratch me off the list.
All right, Mike. Hope you have a good Father's Day, and be safe over there. Good to hear you. KK4TLK, Bob.
This one's ZED. Sunday morning Rednecks.
Rednecks. KK4TLK. Good morning all around. For those that have been here and those that just got here. Paula, congratulations on the parks and the summit activation. Glad to see you out there enjoying the hobby. We're on the rise here, Ken. We're up to 63 degrees and going that way. It's supposed to be up in the mid-80s today, so it's going to be another warm one. I don't expect we'll be out in it much. Might be a good day to give a motorcycle a bath out in the garage. I can turn the fan on, get the water hose out there, play in the water. Only thing bad about that is the concrete gets mighty slick when it gets wet. And I don't bounce as well as I used to. So, I'm gonna have to make this my last also. Ken, getting there and getting the rain locker and scrub up my whole body a little bit so I'm not too offensive when I sit down in the booth with the girls. And then head up the road to the breakfast appointment. So thanks for doing it. Good morning to each and every one. Happy Day all around. Rich, thanks for the reading. Can't say ever been right to that point, but it's just been close a couple times. Again for ZED and the group from KK4TLK. 73 all around.
Now 73, Bob. Tell him grandkids howdy for me. W4HJL Manassas.
Okay, let's see. That's for ZED. W4HJL. Well, Bob, you have a good breakfast this morning. And good morning. Happy Father's Day again. And we'll check on the next one. And good morning to Dean. And good morning to Tom. And Paula, good to hear you this morning. And flying on the park for sure. And Scott. And for Carl. So with that, I think everybody all okay. And the sun's starting to come out here a little bit. And it's 50 degrees here also in Manassas.
with that, back to you, Ken. M4WD. W4HJM.
I'm glad the sun's coming out for you there, Bob. Or John. Excuse me, Don. Oh, guys, I'm struggling this morning. I wish I could see daylight outside from this basement. KN4MUF, Gene, your turn. KN4MUF, Gene. W4TKW, Tom.
W4 TKW. Sorry, I was listening to the radio there for a moment. I guess they said for some coffee, and then I was in the computer here and got a little busy. And I have my PLI friend here sitting up on the corner of the desk with a little piece of perfect. Kind of looking at me, and everything seems to run better when she's around for some reason. Except when I'm out of the shack, and then she likes to chew on things, so the wires tend to be kind of up and out of the way. But at any rate, looks like it's going to be a good day today. Any day off is always a better day. And probably going to be getting into the kitchen here and see if there's something put together. I kind of like when I make cheese eggs, so I'm making that's an order for today. And then I'd like to get to a little bit of some of the news shows in Sunday morning, and then just kind of ease into the rest of the day. And, I don't really have a whole lot planned where that feels good. So, at any rate, thanks for coming back, and I'll send it out back to the net, W4TKW, and I'll go rumble up like a cup of coffee.
Morning, Mike. There's a couple ahead of you. Let me see here. Sounds good over there, Tom. Let me see here. Paula, KQ4AWF, Beaver Pond Road. Ridge.
Hello there, Ken again. This is Paula, KQ4AWF. Yeah, that's funny. Beaver Pond Ridge, I think it is. What I think is funny, the house is a brick house. And I grew up on Beaver Street in a brick house. So it's kind of like I've gone full circle from Beaver Street to Beaver Pond and brick house to brick house. So I'm not going anywhere, staying right here. And let's see, today it's a hot one, so it's time to give the second dog a bath. Been waiting for a warm day so she'll dry out real quick. She's hugely fluffy and hugely matted at this point. It's been a year since she's been groomed, and she doesn't like it, but we have to do it. And so I'm not looking forward to it. She doesn't like the heat at all. When it's hot like that and you take her out for a walk, she'll go 10 feet and just sit down, and you can pull on that leash and she just won't go. But you have to kind of make her so she can do her thing. But the other dog, he got bathed about 3 weeks ago or so, and I'm still brushing him out because he doesn't like that either. Shelties, they have very long, very thick hair. They're like the old Lassie in the TV show. They just have a lot of fur. So it is a challenge, and that's why my groomer won't do it anymore. So we have to do it. So I'm the bad girl because I do bad things to my poor little doggies. They just don't like to be combed out, but I try to be gentle the best I can. But sometimes those mats are really bad. So that's what we're up for today. The sky is really blue out there. It looks like it's going to be nice, and we'll wash her down in the shade. So and early before it gets too hot. So that's my day coming up, and let's see. Yeah, we probably won't get going till Steve is moving around. He's still out like a light. He took the dogs out at 2 this morning. So those dogs, they rule the roost. This is Paula, KQ4AWS.
Oh, sound like it, Paula. Oh, good luck with that. Somebody's got to be the bad guy. Morning, Scott. W3SEG, your turn.
N4ZAD, W3SEG. Well, good timing there, Ken. Good morning again to all the Sunday morning rednecks. You all have a blessed day, and I got to go here, so I'll try to go to bed early next week there, and so I can get up and talk on radio earlier here. So anyway, thanks, Ken. Good morning to everybody, and have a good Father's Day. N4ZAD, W3SEG, 73 all.
73, Scott. Enjoyed talking to you this morning. Morning, Mike. N4GDX. Happy Father's Day.
Hey, thanks, Ken, and to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day to all the ones that raise children and sacrifice half of their life raising their kids while maybe working on the cars and radios. Also on their sacrifices. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, I was listening earlier, but I gotta do some stuff outside, Ken. So instead of checking on, going and stand by, I just listen a little bit and worked outside. Now the sun is kind of a little bit, beating on your skin now. So I'm back here. I promise in the evening, if really still around and you could read it, the Bible, I'd appreciate it. Good morning again. Thanks, Ken. Good morning to you and Sydney. And for
Big signal, Mike. Doing a good job down here in Georgia. Well, what's above the list? Let me see. We got Rod in there. I think Rod's listening on the internet. Happy Father's Day to you, Rod, and hope you're doing well. Anybody else want to check in with us this morning?
N4YED.
All right, we got Jack. Anybody else? Morning, Jack. Happy Father's Day. N4YED.
Good morning, Ken. Happy Father's Day. I don't know. I've not had too happy Father's Day so far. Been stupid technical problems, but I think I built it down to a bad temper. Must have been one to come and go, because I had a on-and-off problem. So I put a couple of those straight old big ones on there. And the only problem with that is it's not an alpha guy, which I got turned off on that guy. RCA connected to the input, like the old heat kids, and never been changed out, so that big coax kind of pulls out on it, and it makes bad connection. But so far, it's the only temper I got seems to be any good. So these, that's what's way to get. They get somebody that's better solder skills. I don't know why I have trouble with tempers, but I'm actually happy Father's Day to everyone. Enjoyed reading that Rich. I had a neighbor. He likes to drink that cold beer pretty good. That's Blue Ribbon. And he went on a fishing trip out on the barge there. And he fell off. But I was a rail on the barge. And they fished him up out of the water. Got him back up on the barge and broke his arm. Evidently, he hit his arm on the pontoons and went over. But he still had that six-pack of beer in his hand when they got him. He had polish of that six-pack of beer. Anyway, I'll say I'll wait for another round here. Maybe now he'll be warmed back up. And that sound a little bit better. N4YED.
All right, Jack, I got a group of right now. Up to the top, N3ZCO, Rich.
N4ZAD and the Sunday morning red N3CO. Everybody's pretty good here this morning. And here we go. You missed your reading, so we're more than happy to we're going to put it out there again. And we were talking about fishing here quite a bit in the last week, and I thought this would be appropriate. But Mr. Foxworthy, his reading this morning says you might be a redneck if you're too drunk to fish. So that was the reading this morning, and I know hopefully that doesn't apply to too many of us, but I think we've all had stories that maybe ourselves or those that we've seen. I know I've been to a couple parties when I was still working, and not only fishing but trying to you ought to see people that are drunk trying to water ski. That is, well, that is a whole. That's another whole nother story on that. But yeah, well, I guess the two they just don't seem to go together too well. So we're just riding along here this morning. I went up and topped off the coffee cup, and the milk jug's getting kind of low. We have a dairy right behind us here, back the lane here. So I'm going to grab a pocket full of puppy treats. They have two dogs, and I'm going to put some puppy treats in my one pocket and put the milk money in the other one. I kind of have my own. I can go in anytime I want. I'm kind of special. So even when it's not open, so I can go up and I have a place where we can put some money and we get our milk and we'll be all set. But we're still riding along. It's good to hear so many in here this morning. And again, happy Father's Day to everyone. N4's Eddie D and the Sunday Morning Rednecks N3ZCO.
N3ZCO. Good comments this morning, Rich. Back over to Manassas. Let's talk to Butch. W4HJL, Don.
W4HJL. Well, sorry about that. I was out in the kitchen. Anyway, but good comments there. Good reading, and that's for sure. But you're sounding good this morning. And good copy on Paula. And I forgot to comment on your bubble wrap track, but I'm sure that'll work. But anyway, that was great ingenuity. Good morning to you, Jack, and good morning, Mike. So I had everybody going well this morning. Anyway, we'll just be riding along. Let's see what I'm kicking up to here. I'm not sure why, but it's not running the same power I usually do. But anyway, I'll have to see what's wrong here. But anyway, still good copy. Back to you, Ken. N4 W4HJL.
W4HJL. You get it figured out there, Don. Let's try Gene again. I don't think he ghosted us or what. KM4MUF, Gene.
This is Kilo November 4, Mike Uniform Foxtrot. Gene's still here in Winchester, Tennessee. And we have 75 degrees right now, and looking forward to a nice Father's Day. We've got, I don't know what all the plans are yet. They always surprise me with stuff. So I just get up, get breakfast ready, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's what I've got to do now. As a matter of fact, let's go fix breakfast. So I'll make this my last one. I need to get everything started. But thanks so much for having me in this morning. And as always, as I say, God bless you for what you do for giving your time for the rest of us hams. We really appreciate it. Everyone pray for our country. KN4MUF, and have a blessed Father's Day.
73 to you, Gene. Have a good Father's Day and be safe up there. W4TKW, Tom.
Well, once again, I saw the computer yet. Never got that thing covered up. Looking into road scan TV and trying to figure out. Remember getting about one link, and I missed the section where they were going to go dive into the sending photo via one link, and so I'm kind of reading through the things that are on the internet right now about how to do that, and other options evidently that we're aware of. But at any rate, they never have really tried to spend anything. But one of the other alternatives there says a more contemporary method is using 10-bell digi, which takes me way back when I first got on General. I played with that a little bit, 10-bell digi, but I had to dive back all the way to the US. But anyway, always something interesting in this hobby, that's for sure. But anyhow,
right, Tom, go fill that coffee cup up and go on back and spend some time with us. All right, let's go back to see what Paula's doing again. KQ4 AWF, Paula.
I'm just staring out the window. It's looking really nice out there. But I did notice something. I think the season is advancing a lot quicker than it usually does as far as the plants out there. I have a crepe myrtle right outside the window, and it's actually blooming. I mean, this is like the second week in June. I think that's pretty early.
Thanks, Martin. I'll talk to you in a few minutes.
It's okay. It's pretty, and they bloom for a long time, but I was just kind of surprised at that. Let's see. But everything else looks good out there. Dry as a bone. I do have to get out there and water out front. I put in, 100 and something vinca plants, and they don't need much water, but they haven't got any in a while, so I'm not sure how much longer they can go without water. So I'll get that done today. I like doing that. You just kind of get out there, you hold the hose, you look around, you think about stuff, and it's I would say mindless, but it's not really mindless because you're thinking while you're out there. And anyway, that's what I'll be doing besides washing the dog. So I'm still going to be around till the end. This is Paula, KQ4 AWS.
Thanks for spending some time with us this morning, Paula. You out there while you're watering the flowers or the plants there, figure out a different antenna. That's what usually puts me to sleep. If I can't sleep at night, I'll try to figure out if what kind of new antenna I want to put up. All right, Mike, your turn. N4 GDX.
Quick turn around and get everyone down there. But Rich, thank you for reading the Sunday reading again. The guys on 45 just covered you right at the punchline. So I had Ken was nice enough to send it via text to me. It's funny you mentioned that because my friend was just fishing a couple of days ago. Anyway, thanks. Always looking forward to that reading. Ken, back to you, sir. N4ZDP, N4GDX. Thanks again.
Thanks for being there, Mike. All right, Jack, your turn. N4YED. Come on, Jack, push that button. N4YED, your turn. All right, with the bottom list, who wants to join the Sunday Morning Rednecks Father's Day edition? Back up to the top.
ITV checking in.
He is. I knew that. K4ITB. Bill, good morning.
Good morning to the group. Happy Father's Day to all, and hope everybody's following their traditions as they said. Some people, do camping thing, and some people go bowling, and most people just go out for breakfast, get some meat. So happy Father's Day to all wearing the flag. Good copy there, Mike. Good morning to you, and let's see who else we heard. We heard Paula, good morning, and good luck with the dogs there, and we heard Tom. Let's see. Good morning to the group. We don't have long with you there. We did it again. Hope you have a good day. K4 ITV in New City at 64 degrees. All the sign and listening.
All right, Bill. Sorry I skipped over you there. I had you down and forgot about it. I do apologize for that. Hope you have a good Father's Day up there. Anybody else want to check in with us?
Good morning, Ken.
WAATOS. Good morning, Ken. How's it going?
We can't complain. I just thought I'd stick my head in the door here We've got quite a few things that I need to get started on here, but I did want to check in with you guys. It's been a while since I checked in on the Rednecks, so I thought I'd better let you know we're still living. Got a beautiful day up here, beautiful blue skies, and temperatures down like 52 degrees. So even with the warmer weather, when you have those cool evenings or the cool mornings, that helps a whole lot, seems like. But just wanted to give you a check-in, Ken. We'll probably be listening, but go ahead and just make me one and done. But we've got some things to do here before we have to leave. But I'm going to be in and out, so I know I'll be out probably when you call me again. Anyhow, 7-3, thanks so much for that. Sticker here is good in the door. Very blue. 7-3 for the Rednecks.
All right, Ken, have a good Father's Day up there, and 73s to you. Anybody else want to check in? Nothing heard. Up the Crow's Corner, N3's ECO, Rich.
N4ZED and the Sunday Morning Rednecks N3's ECO. Good morning to the new check-in. Looking pretty good outside. The spring came really early here. I think we'll all agree on that. We're at least 2 weeks ahead on everything, and we haven't had the cold weather. Although my temperatures have been colder here all the time for some reason, but we haven't had the frost. I think there was one day since the wife had started her gardening or the greenhouse and everything that we really had a frost to really worry about. Although the temperatures have dropped down. But everything's way ahead. We've had the heavy rains. Now we're really in a dry spell here. We have just a little shot here the other day. Wasn't much, but the wife had showed me her little raised bed garden that she's been working on, and you ought to see that. Last night there was a deer standing there with his nose up against the fence, so she went out there and put like a piece of paracord around it about a foot above the fence post there to maybe deter the deer, but hopefully they can't get into it. But the gardening and everything is working real good. There's an apple tree down in the front yard. I've never seen so many apples as big as they were this time of the year. So things are a lot earlier. We'll probably be raking leaves at the end of July. So I don't know. But what are you going to do? That's the way that is. But we're looking to have a really nice day here today. A little later, this afternoon, I kind of heard the oldest boy said that he was going to show up, him and the youngest grandson. We have these RC cars, and the two oldest grandsons have RC cars. Our youngest son has an RC car. My wife has an RC, or the truck, and I have one. So it's going to look like a demolition derby down in our front yard a little later on today. So we're hoping maybe we'll probably do that maybe about 5 o'clock. We get a bit of a shaded area where we do this. So it won't be a bunch of maniacs with our RC trucks racing them around. So I think that's going to be the event a little later on today. Hopefully the mosquitoes won't eat us alive, because I shined up the bug light and I put it out the other night, and that thing never stopped. It sounded like a war zone out in the backyard. So the mosquitoes are even early, and they're plentiful. So if anybody wants any, let me know. I'll send them your way. N4ZED and the Sunday Morning Rednecks N3ZCO.
No, Rich, thanks for sharing, but no thanks. W4HJL, Don.
W4HJL. And Ken, good morning to you. Good to hear you this morning, and also Phil. And of course, I didn't hear Jack the last time, but anyway, good copy. Anyway, it's 62 here in Manassas. And it's going to get up pretty warm today for sure, but everybody's got good copy. Anyway, good comments there, Rick. For that I used to, with my son, there was the rock, and then it was a few of the wire control planes, but then of course they got to the big car, so that changed the mode there a little bit. Anyway, but big comments, and I'm not sure what's going to happen today, but the one son's coming over, and we're probably going to cook something out on the grill later today. But anyway, everybody's sounding good, and again, thanks for doing it. So with that, super back before for ZED W4HDL. So good cop.
My ass is sounding good down here, Don. Hope you have a good day. The W4TKW, Tom.
W4TKW. Well, I found that second cup of coffee, and I'm sitting here reading about certain things over the radio of the picture, and it's rather interesting. I work at the hospital as a nurse, and there's a wilderness group, physicians and other healthcare providers that train to be able to go into the wilderness for cases where there might be recovery of someone's sickness and so forth. One of the things that they've looked into is using ultrasound when somebody comes in, say to the hospital, and they'll be injured, and they get a real thick look to see if there's anything inside after the ultrasound device to basically get a picture without having to do anything basic to find out, oh, this person needs surgery or everything looks good, and so forth. Well, they've been trying to develop the means by which to do that out in the field and then transmit it back to maybe a hospital or, for that matter, maybe if they're in the field where it's red and they can determine how severe the condition is there. And they've been doing some of that, and believe it or not, the quality of the image is good, but in the midst of trying to find out exactly how they're doing that, and I don't know that it's often actually being used yet, but I just want to look at that. So, thing of interest, and I just thought, maybe I could learn something, maybe email that over. Don't set me out in the field, but I got too many things to hurt when I get out and move around too much that I'm pretty much good out in the field. But maybe at a radio, that might be. But anyway, that's what I've been looking at, and I'll find out a little more and maybe share that when I have some more information. But anyway, just another variation of this hobby. So I just thought I'd share. With that, I'll send it on back. W4TKW on the outside.
Oh, wow, Tom. That's interesting. It's something that that Wayne would be sound like something Wayne would be doing over there for sure in his EMS work. Let me see here. All right, Paul, your turn. KQ4AWF.
Yeah, boy, that's very interesting. Sending a picture over ham radio. Okay, I have heard of FFTV, but right over my head, didn't know really anything about it. Okay, so I just wanted to share a quick green frog thing. Last week, I think it was last weekend before, the Virginia Phone Net had its annual meeting. And several of us that can't make it for one reason or another they set up a Zoom call. That's something new apparently, and a bunch of us got on there. There were probably about 10 of us. So while they were having the meeting and giving out the prizes and everything, they had the Zoom set up. And so, we kind of, the people on the Zoom calls were kind of talking amongst themselves while we were watching what was going on. And then came the time where people would come on and stand in front of the computer and we could talk to them and stuff. So pretty cool. Now, one of the fellows that was there was Jose, LSJ, I think it is. And at one point, I said, hey, wait a minute. And I said, I got something to show and tell. So I took my little green froggy that is on my table, the green frog with the black mohawk hairdo on it, and took that up and did a little show and tell of the green frog. Well, lo and behold, here comes Jose, and he brought his green froggy out too. So we were show and telling the green frog mascot and talking a little bit about it. So we did give a shout out, and it was a lot of fun. So I just wanted to share that with you. I didn't have any redneck thing to show. Well, maybe I could have showed my deer head there, but I don't know. I don't think we're ready for that. But anyway, the green frog got front and center. This is Paula, KQ4AWF.
KQ4AWF. It says N4ZED in the Sunday Morning Rednecks. Good to hear you, Paula. All right, Mike, let's go to Cumberland Gap. N4GDX, Mike.
N4GDX, well, I'm surprised. I'm not sure if Hussein drove all the way to the, I guess he did, or maybe it's, oh, never mind. It was the Zoom, it was the Zoom side of the, okay, that's awesome. Is your ETAS antenna still works okay?
Is my antenna still working?
Your ATAS 120 on your truck.
Oh yeah, that seems to be working good, just fine.
Well, mine stopped working. Well, it works on a higher band. It won't go up to 40 meters. When I say up, you know how it goes up for lower frequency. I have to push it. It will work. I have to give it a nudge for it to go up. So I don't know what's wrong. I opened it, checked for any broken solder or anything like that. But what I discovered last try, I looked the rear view mirror and I could see that bad boy is shaking like crazy, like dancing in the wind. Maybe something got dislodged.
Well, maybe so, Mike. Mine's from time to time, it doesn't want to tune. I'll let me back up and answer that a little bit differently. Every once in a while, mine doesn't want to move up either. And what seems like I have to, that only happens when I take it off and put it back on. I don't know if it has to reset itself or find it or whatever. But yeah, I have experienced that, but I didn't have to move it manually. Over.
Base to the body, just depending on the coax, or well, the mount to the body, and the coax to the radio, and the radio has a fixed braided grounding wire. Well, I don't know if that's what that seems to be a common problem from what I read, but I'll check on that, what you mentioned about being removed and installed back, and for CDX, over to you, Ken.
Okay, Mike, I double you there just a little bit, but I have experienced mine not going up, and I can't remember what I did. I mean, I think I had to turn everything off, and I think it may have lost connection to the radio or something, or the radio didn't know it was there, and I had to disconnect it and then connect it back up. So I have to back up on that. I did have a little bit of a problem with mine.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, I do experience that sometimes it will take a minute before it starts moving after you press the tune. It will take about half a minute to a minute before it starts moving. But now it will go up and down, no problem. Except it will go upwards. Anyway, I want to drag this up for the other guys to listen to. Back to you, sir. N4ZED and N4GDX.
Yeah, no problem, Mike. All right, Jack, your turn. N4YED. N4YED, Jack. K4ITB, Bill.
Okay, Ken. Yep, N4ZED, K4ITB. Now, a little more coffee in me. Now, I get a Wake up a little bit more there. Good morning, Rick. Rick with his car show going on in the front yard. Don't crash too many. Sound like you all going to have fun. It's talking about tradition, dude. Everybody got a different one for a different holiday. And good morning to you, Don. You and the boys have a good breakfast and happy Father's Day to you. And good morning. Good coffee here. I'm listening in North Carolina, NCR, but no problem there. That's interesting what you were talking about, transmitting pictures and videos. And I did do a lot of that. I have not done any on the ham radio frequencies. I think there's one or two frequencies that are dedicated to just TV and pictures. But yes, in your profession, you might have even heard at the hospitals doing remote surgery. I think they're getting to the point where they're sending a lot of information over the internet and maybe even making use of professional doctors from the different part of the world and be able to connect with the surgeons and they do some remote surgery. And boy, I don't know much about that, but I did hear about lasers are being used remotely and all that. But good morning to you, caller. AWS, good copy. You may not see me walk across the screen with my plate of chicken and tea on the Zoom meeting. Everybody pointed out, well, there's people on the Zoom meeting right there. So say hello to them all. So, that's my dad in there. He's the camera and walk by, show everybody my food plate as I was headed for the table. Boy, they have some good food for sure. Oh, that morning tonight. Have a good one. Happy Father's Day. And I think Dad just cheered on us this team. And for Denny B, K4ITV, Dale City. Back to that. KV4PP.
I got you, John Paul. Yeah, maybe you did there. But Jack does that every once in a while. Duh, let me see. AB4PP, your turn.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Father's Day to all fathers. And the mothers, I guess, too. They got to celebrate, too. It's a pretty day here. 70 degrees right now outside. And like 72 inside. And we're getting ready to start our day here on Sunday. Go to the church later. And maybe go out for lunch or dinner. I don't know. We might think about that twice. Might just come home. I don't know. It's a good day to go to a restaurant probably for Father's Day. But we'll see what's going on. I don't know what kind of celebration they'll have at church, but it's always a good day anyway. We'll get to it. Two good sermons. And we were busy yesterday. Had school all morning. We started at 6:30 in the morning. Class was at 7. We had to go to the lodge and do some instruction all day. So we were busy yesterday. But I came home and relaxed and enjoyed my night last night. And good to hear your voice. And back to you. I'll be listening to before people.
Happy Father's Day to you, John Paul. I forgot to say that when you came in, and hope you have a good Father's Day. All right, anybody else want to check in with us?
Tango, Zulu.
We got Wayne, we got Chuck. Anybody else? We got you, Chuck. K4TTZ. Good morning, Wayne.
N4ZED and the Sunday morning Rednecks. K4TTZ. Good morning, Ken. Good morning to John Paul and Chuck. And I guess Paul is in here. Good morning to Bill. Good signal, Bill. I'm listening on the Washington, D.C. FTR. Pennsylvania wasn't doing too well there, Ken. But anyway, got a beautiful morning, 74 degrees outside. And I think it'll be a blueberry picking morning, but I got to get some little bit more mowing in place this morning. And then I'll come inside, see what kind of trouble I can get into in here. Making up this or working on the radio or something. But anyway, glad to hear you this morning, Ken. Thank you for doing it. Great signal. Got plus 30 over here into North Alabama. Send it back to you. M4ZED, good morning from North Alabama, K4TTZ.
K4TTZ, Rocket City, and happy Father's Day to you, Wayne. I forgot to say that. And you're doing the same over here, 30 over as usual. Good morning, Chuck. Happy Father's Day. KY4CA. Good morning to you, Chuck. Kind of a tough copy this morning. Got to be band conditions. Anybody else want to check in with us? Any relays? All right, up to the top. You know, guys, we got about 15 minutes to go. And I think I'm going to make this a 73 round. I want to get out of here a little bit this morning. But while I've got the microphone, I'll say happy Father's Day to each and every one of you. And let's just make this a 73 round. N3ZCO, Rich.
Information for his daughter yesterday, and he came for an hour for 2 days. I left. But he canceled it. Early regression. But all of you that's friends with the stocks out there must remember keeping it around.
Well, thank you for the relay there. And I'll see if I can get that passed around. 73. N3ZCO, Rich.
N4ZED and the Sunday Morning Rednecks N3ZCO. And good morning to Mark, WA4E. Good to hear you this morning. Hope you can copy me. Haven't heard you for a while. And sorry to hear the sad news about Scott. And we'll have to have him in our devotions and our prayers. And I hope you're feeling better. I know you've been going through quite a bit. Hope the carpentry work's going along good. And that steel guitar playing, I imagine it's better than ever. But good to hear you in here this morning. And had a really nice coffee on Wayne. You're coming in from Alabama. I'm hearing everybody off the WIT, the wire in tree here. And Bill was sounding real good in here this morning. Chuck, you're about F10 here this morning also. Anyway, this is the 73 round. It's been good hearing so many in here today. I hope it's a blessed Father's Day for all that are. And thank you all for helping to get started. And good morning to the group coming in here also. Thanks again for everything, Ken. I hope it's a good day for everyone. N4ZED and the Sunday Morning Redneck N3ZCO 73.
73, Rich. W4HJL, Don.
N4ZED, W4HL. Again, thank you, Ken, for starting it off this morning. Great job. And again, I wish all the frogs here this morning a happy Father's Day and a blessed one. Scott, Mark, good to hear you, and I hope you're doing okay there, buddy. And thanks for the information, Scott, WA4. Anyway, with that, 73, thanks again. As always, enjoyed the ride. N4ZED, W4HJL.
73, Don. Jimmy W4ET just checked in on the message there and said good morning, all, and happy Father's Day. W4TKW, Tom.
N4ZED,
73, Tom. Let's go to Paula. KQ4AWF, Paula.
Hey, Ken, N4ZED. This is Paula, KQ4AWF. Wow, I'm really sorry to hear that about Scott, SIT. I got to know Scott just a little bit when I first joined the FN, and he would come on pretty regularly, and hadn't heard him for a while, so I didn't know what was going on. So lots of prayers for him and for I don't even know what to say. So anyway, I'm gonna head out. I think it's probably 73 time anyway, 10 minutes of 8, and Steve is up and about, so I'm gonna go join him, and we'll start our day with the dogs and water. So everybody have a good rest of your Father's Day, and we'll catch you again on the Rednecks next week. This is Paula, KQ4AWF. Thank you, Ken, and for ZED 73.
73, Paula. Glad you checked in with us this morning. Hope you have a good week. And for GDX, Mike.
All right. Well, thank you for running the show, but let me say good morning there to Chuck. Chuck, thanks for the kind words. You are booming here, too, in Houston, Tennessee. I hope the same with Wayne. Good morning, Wayne. And Bill, if you could hear me, you're kind of live on this morning. Good morning to you, Mr. Tom there. Good morning. Thanks, Ken. Sorry I'm late this morning. I'm looking forward next Friday when I hear you again. 73 all around and forward GDX.
73, Mike. K4ITB, Bill.
Well, good morning to you. Have a good day. Take care. I know it's going to be a hot one here, so it's going to be AC time all day long. You stay cool over there, Don, my neighbor. And good to hear you. Yes, happy Father's Day to you again. And say happy Father's Day to our friend Jim if you talk to him later on. And you guys stay cool. Good to hear Paula and Mr. Mike. Take care. Take it easy on the farm. Spend time in front of the fan and then in the fine shed you got there. Yes, you've been working on this, lady. So hopefully you got something going there to cool it also. Good to hear you guys, Paul. Happy Father's Day to you and Wayne and Chuck. So with that, thanks for doing it, Ken. Good morning to all the Rednecks. And we'll check you later on. N4ZD, K4ITB in Dale City, 73.
73, Bill. AB4PP, John Paul.
Okay, I just got my breakfast. I got my piece of toast, a cup of coffee, and get started here. And I hear that about Scott. That's terrible. Well, not much else I could say there. I want to call Bill, Mike, Mark, Wayne, to you too. And everybody have a blessed day. Again, happy Father's Day. And 73. We'll see you all next Sunday for the Rednecks. So maybe see you in the morning for the regular group. So all have a blessed day. Enjoy the best way you can. Enjoy this day he gave us. KB4PP.
73, John Paul. K4TT and Z, Wayne.
Sunday morning, Rednecks, K4TTZ. Well, a fine group in here this morning. Thanks for running it, Ken. We're going to get out of here and go see what the House Commander's got going. And very sorry to hear that about Scott. And hope things are going smoothly anyway, and keep him in our prayers. And let the world know that we all got to walk that path at some point. But it's just not known, and we don't want to quite think about that too. So anyway, Ken, thanks a lot for doing it. You and Carl and Jimmy and Don do a great job on our behalf. We certainly appreciate it. And you're sounding fabulous over here this morning. And good morning to Chuck also coming in. N4ZED, 73 from North Alabama, Ken. K4TTZ.
73, Wayne. Good to hear you this morning. KY4CA, Chuck. All right, 73, Chuck. Hope you have a good one. All right, Mark, put the ribbons on it. WA4E.
Appreciate you jumping in. I got to get back in here. I tell you, it hurts so bad. My back and stuff. It's hard to almost sit around the radio. But when I got a couple minutes from it, bring you up to me for those that want to know. I'm looking at some pretty major surgery July 2nd. I'm almost off my legs. I can't hardly walk at all anymore. And they think that they're going to be able to do me some good. I'm doing it up at Johns Hopkins up in Maryland. And everything else is going pretty good down here for me, but this back situation. But I've never seen so much pain in my life. But Rich and Don, good to hear you guys. John Paul, good to hear you. Well, everybody I'm hearing, but we used to be pretty much regulars there when I was around talking. But I'm not looking forward to it. But I asked the doctor, I said, well, what if I do nothing as far as surgery? You know, I don't like that physical sleep stuff. And he said, well, you're going to lose your legs. You're going to lose a lot of your body functions and everything because all those nerves down the bottom of your spinal column. The guy controls everything, and he showed me on x-rays. I've got 2 or 3 complete blockages for my spinal column coming down through there. I got a couple of vertebrae out of the way. I think I'll have to knock back, and what it's looking like it's going to happen is probably a couple of rods, and he said probably 4 screws to stabilize everything. So that kind of brings me up to where I'm at here, fellas, and I appreciate you letting me have a minute here to tell you guys. I know I've got a lot of friends out there. I'm going to try to get back on, get talking on this thing a little more. Back to you, Ken. Go ahead. WA40. 73. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
73, Mark. Happy Father's Day, and hope things work out for you. Okay, guys, we had Mark made 31 check-ins, and the topics today were Def Diesel and CB radios. That's all I got. 73, y'all. This station, N4ZAD, is QRT, Sadi Da, Sadi Da. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me this morning. I'm getting out of here. Got things to do and people to see. 73.